Seeing your favorite band or artist may have just become more expensive. Musicians, artists, entertainers, and their entourages have been left out in the Brexit negotiations. This comes after more than 100 artists, including Sting, Bob Geldof, and Elton John, have signed an open letter calling on the government to negotiate paperwork-free travel for British musicians touring in Europe. And the UK government has confirmed that it will not pursue a waiver scheme that would allow British musicians to tour the EU without the need for visas, customs waivers, and work permits for each individual member state. Some artists in Europe have also stated that they will not tour the UK, and vice versa. In this video, we discuss the dilemma faced by artists after the Brexit deal failed to live up to expectations and provide for touring across the continent, and what this means for them and you when you decide that you want to see your favorite artist. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. The United Kingdom's departure from the EU on the 1st of January has presented several issues regarding the mobility of performing artists between borders. Aside from the pandemic, the lack of a deal is proving to be the biggest obstacle for orchestras, bands, solo artists, and crew members to start touring again after Brexit. The British and EU officials are passing the buck on who is accountable for the failure of reaching an agreement for a visa-free permit for musicians post-Brexit. It has been reported that the British government turned down an EU offer to grant musicians visa-free travel in Europe after Brexit. However, the British government has denied the reports. British officials are blaming the EU for rejecting its own ambitious conditions for visa-free travel for musicians. Reportedly, the breakdown in negotiations emanated from Priti Patel's UK immigration crackdown, which has seen tough restrictions enforced on tours by EU musicians. The absence of an agreement and the blame game has sparked an outcry from bands and solo artists who were previously free to work on both territories. Many musicians fear that they could be subject to additional requirements and visa costs under the current situation. Although travel is not yet feasible at present, but with vaccination picking up pace in the EU and the UK, it will not be long before artists will start touring again. Now that free movement has ended, UK musicians and crew members will need a visa for stays of longer than 90 days in a 180-day period. Certain EU countries, such as Germany and Spain, will also require additional work permits on arrival, and touring bands will also have to pay for permits for their equipment and merchandise. Britain's Musicians Union has warned that the cost of visas and the process of applying for them could make touring Europe for British bands and the UK for Europeans financially out of reach for all but the wealthiest and famous artists. Popular European touring routes could now see artists and crew take on additional costs and paperwork. In this regard, several artists are speaking out, and a petition signed by more than 250,000 people is calling on the British government to negotiate a free cultural work permit that would allow bands, musicians, artists, TV and sports celebrities that tour the EU to perform shows and events, and carnet exception for touring equipment. To join the Musician Union's petition, check the link on our blog post. As of the 1st of January 2021, all EU artists must apply for a UK visa, in the same way non-EU musicians require travel permissions. EU artists must now also provide proof of savings, and have a certificate of sponsorship from an event organizer. Musicians Union General Secretary Horace Trowbridge demanded greater support from the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson for UK artists hoping to tour in Europe again once it's safe to do so. A reciprocal agreement for EU artists arriving into the UK would be in the interests of the UK and the EU, he said. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has promised to discuss the matter, stating, "I know that our friends in the EU will be wanting to go further to improve things for not just musicians, but business travellers of all kinds. There is a mutual benefit." What are your thoughts on this fiasco? Do you agree to a visa-free permit for EU and UK artists? Tell us in the comments section below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe, the UK or the US, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.